Hello everyone, this is your captain speaking. Welcome back to the stream. Give me just a second to swap on over and what happened? There we go. Hold on. There we go. That's a little bit better. Welcome to my I forgot to finish the window. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that GIF really quickly. Where the hell is it? I lost it somehow. I don't know if I moved it or what. It's a WebM. Okay, hold on. I found it. Because there's actually supposed to be a media source in the background in the window. But I had lost the file because my brain is mush and is very silly. So let me just scroll down. There it is. Oh my god, my background's messed up too. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Why did everything get shifted slightly to the left? Hold on, I got shifted. The background got shifted. There we go. Now that's lined up properly, I think. There we go. Now that's lined up properly, so now I can line up the media source properly. Let me grab it really quickly, and then... There we go. There we go. So now we have some movingness behind the window. Which is why there's a window there. Oh my god, wait, it moved everything. Oh my god. Did I not set it to loop? I did not. Loop, please, thank you. I have been struggling with... That is not what I grabbed. Why is the background selected? I've been actually kind of struggling with this today. Everything's been weird. And then, funny story, I set up this whole thing, right? I set up this whole just chatting screen. Love it. Love it for me. If I now swap to any other screen, it turns out that the size of the desk and the size of everything is now applied to all the other ones as well. I don't know how to get it to just apply to one without making entirely new ones, and I hadn't done that, so now I'm gonna have to change the size for tomorrow's stream. It's fine. It's fine. Hey Pan, welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're just chilling today because I am tired. I'm very tired. It's been a warm day today. Let's see what the current temperature is. It said that the max temperature today was gonna be 100. Okay, it's only 94 right now. So it could be worse, you know what I mean? No, it's gonna be worse. On Thursday, it's gonna be a high of 105. Awful. I'm always tired. Same. Ew. Yeah. But you know what? We're not into the 110s of degrees yet, so... Honestly, things are going good right now, because we're not in the 10s of temperature. Let me adjust my headset a little bit. There we go. Terrible with high temperatures. I couldn't live for 2 minutes outside and above 100. I have no choice. Actual semi-vampire. Funny story, in real life, I actually have, like, a sun sensitivity. I talk about this sometimes. It's a genuine issue I have to deal with in my daily life. I have a sun sensitivity where if I go out in the sun on certain days, I don't know what causes it, but I can like feel that it hurts my skin, and if I stay out on those days, I actually break out in hives because of the sun. So I am pale as hell, cannot go out in the sun, and because my teeth are crooked, they kind of accentuate my fangs, so I always got called a vampire as a kid. But yeah, above 100 degrees days are not fun. I would not recommend them. I have no choice, but I wouldn't recommend them. Also, I am going to admit, while we are talking today and listening to this nice chill music, I am also half watching the Overwatch League matches because it's mid-season madness, and my team plays in a couple hours. So I'm just sort of keeping an eye on how things are going because esports Lamau. Apologies for the yawn. I am Slipebby. I got called a vampire for getting a sunburn on a short car. I fucked up every word in that sentence. Let me take that one again. Got called a vampire for getting a sunburn on a short car ride once. The skin is weird. Like, for being the biggest organ, it sure throws a hissy fit. Like, for nothing. You know what I mean? Sleepy. Yes, I'm very sleepy. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm very sleepy. I had work today, and I did a lot of, like, lifting and stuff. And it was warm, because it's 100 degrees outside. I was inside, but it was still hot. And then I had to get set up at the house that I'm house sitting for, and then I had to come back to stream. So after stream, I get to go back to where I'm house sitting and, like, get settled for the evening. They have the sweetest dogs. Well, they're incredibly sweet. One of them does not like strangers. One of them has met me now 3 times. Still not sure how to feel about me. Still not entirely sure that she likes me or anything about me. But the other one has to be touching me. Like, especially at night. The other one will follow the lead of the first one during the day, but at night, if she is not in the room, like, touching me at night, like, leaning against me, she will cry, and she will scream, and she will scratch at the door. It's very funny. Very close to finishing the Bluette pack. Hell yeah, excited. I'm gonna have to play it, obviously. Obviously, I'm gonna have to play it. I'm not gonna be good at it, but I gotta play it. I bet it'll be fun. Even though I'm not super good at Osu, because it's, like, very different. No more yawning. No yawning. I think I'd love to have a job or side thing related to animals. Animals are great. That reminds me, I need to look into, the local shelter where I live, one of the local shelters, is doing a program where you can read a book to a dog, like for dogs that are having difficulty adjusting to, staying at the shelter. You can go and read to them, like read books to them, and usually having someone sit nearby and just, like, gently talk to them helps them get more comfortable, and reading is an easy way to do that. Which probably would be best, because if I was just allowed to do whatever, I would just sit next to them and probably just tell them about the FNAF lore. And I don't know if I want to train someone's dog to react to the name Freddy, you know what I mean? call myself the second dog at my house because only I can match Olive's energy. Fair. Dog reading. Yeah, like, I work at the library, and we used to, pre-COVID, I hope we'll bring it back at some point, but pre-COVID, we had a thing where kids could read to dogs to, like, get themselves more confident and stuff. But, now the local shelter is doing that to help dogs get, like, adjusted and stuff, and I think that's really cute. So I need to look into that, because I think that would be fun. I can't stop yawning, I scream! Okay. But yeah. The dogs are so sweet. There's also a cat at the house that I'm house sitting. Which is fine. I do have an allergy to cats, but, so far, because they have an indoor-outdoor cat, and so I can usually kind of isolate from the cat, because the cat wants to go lay on the back patio most of the time, or, like, in the garage. So, I can usually avoid being around the cat too much. It gives me a little bit of a headache and, like, makes my allergies act up, but it's not like when I hang out at my brother's house, when he had the Maine Coon, and I would, like, not be able to breathe after, like, an hour. I mean, I still could breathe. It wasn't, like, a problem. It was just getting harder to breathe, so I would leave, you know what I mean? Like, it never became a big issue, but that's because I would notice it was starting to become an issue and leave before it became a big issue. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would do. I don't know if the dog reading thing is a good idea for me, though, because I'm gonna want a dog. I've wanted a dog for years, but I haven't been able to have one because of my living situation. Like, when I was living alone in my apartment, I wasn't able to, like, really provide for a dog at the time, and living with my grandmother right now, I can't really have a dog at the moment, either. But I want one so bad. I want a doggy. I want a doggy. I haven't had a doggy in so long. This is the longest I've been without a dog in my house, and I don't like it. Honestly, let's see. I lived in my apartment for like 5 years, and then I've been here for like 3. So like 8 or 9 years without a dog. Yeah, I've been without a dog in my house since I started working. So yeah, like 9 years without a dog. Awful. Miserable. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. To be honest about the Bluette pack, I think you'll like playing the hard difficulty but be unable to really play the Pania difficulty, but I hope you can enjoy what I put into the charts and how they match the songs regardless. I bet I'll enjoy it. Good to know that I'll probably need to stick to hard, because I do try harder difficulties sometimes. So that's good to know. So I can just start out, with the hard difficulty, you know? For context. Okay. Every chart of Matt's song Target Practice where you play both sides. and it has occasional double notes. That's a 3.96 star difficulty. The pack has songs from 2 to 3 to even 4 stars. Okay. Noted. This is gonna kick my ass. I'm still gonna try it though. Still gonna do my best. Apologies. Chillin' to the music. I like the chill music. I do too. Once again, we are listening to Jazz Hop Cafe because they're my go-to for like chill music. Like, listen, if I'm gonna listen to a chill music live stream, then I'll probably go to Lo-Fi Girl, specifically to Synthwave Boy. Used to go to Lo-Fi Girl, now I go to Synthwave Boy. But if I want, like, a playlist to listen to, or, like, a playlist length thing to listen to, then I will go to the Jazz Hop Cafe. I love listening to Jazz Hop Cafe. They have really good mixes. I really like listening to them. They're really calming. They're really nice. I got into listening to them during the pandemic, really. And so whenever I need, like, chill music, like, if I'm in the car, or if I'm just, like, hanging out at home and I just want something chill to listen to, I'll listen to them. This specific mix is called I'll Be Home Soon, Sleepy Lo-Fi Mix. It's one of their newer releases. And it's just nice. It's just nice. Whoopsies, I accidentally unmuted the wrong tab. It's just nice, you know? It's just chill. It's just chill. Gonna mute for a sec while I have some water. I have had some water. I've been overusing the same 2 Undertale Deltarune Lo-Fi mix videos. That's fair as well. I was listening to, like, so much of the Undertale soundtrack for a long time. I have not been listening as much to the Deltarune soundtrack. Not because I don't really like it, just because I don't know. There are more specific tracks that I enjoy more in the Deltarune soundtrack than the whole thing as a whole, you know what I mean? It's not that I don't enjoy the tracks, it's that there are some I enjoy a lot more than others, so I tend to just listen to those ones. Sometimes Maple Story music compilations, that's also fair. Maple Story's a crazy big game, by the way, genuinely. I have heard a lot about Maple Story. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised that I missed out on Maple Story. Because I was hearing people getting into it around the time that I was becoming chronically online as a child and teenager. But I never got into Maple Story. I got into Grand Chase. Which it took me ages to find out, 1, is still technically around, and 2, is now a mobile game, which I have it downloaded on my phone, but I haven't played it yet. But I just have it because it makes me smile, because I loved Grand Chase when I was a kid. That was, like, man. I never got into RuneScape either. But that's because I didn't get into MMOs until I was 13. Yeah, I think it was around 13. I was a freshman in high school And I think it must have been when I was in high school. Or did I get invited to the party in middle school? No, it must have been... No, because I'm at my guild when I was 14. So I think I started playing when I was 13. And I got invited to a girls' night party by an acquaintance of mine. May she rest in peace. But she invited me, and I felt kind of awkward because I didn't realize I wasn't a girl yet, but I was happy to be included. But I was watching her sibling and her dad play World of Warcraft while the girls were watching some, like, rom-com or something. And then I found out it was World of Warcraft, and I was like, yo, wait, I saw my dad playing Warcraft when I was a kid. That's the one that had the funny trees that move around, and they're the elves, yeah. And so I went to my dad, and I was like, Dad, can I play World of Warcraft? And he went, who told you? Who told you that World of Warcraft was real? You weren't supposed to find out. And I've been playing on and off since I was 13. Which is, if you add up all the years, and if you add up from 13 to 27, you will get, the answer is too many years that I have been playing that game. I only started playing after some real big changes people didn't like that took out half the player base. But all the new content since then has been so much better story and quality-wise. I'm glad that you're enjoying MapleStory. I don't know how to get into another MMO, honestly. I've tried a couple times. Like, I tried out Terra Online. I tried out WildStar. I tried out, The Secret World. The Secret World was one I was really hyped for. And then it just didn't quite live up to my expectations. And just, no matter how much I have tried, I have not been able to get into a different MMO. I'm just like, but why would I invest my time into a new one when I have this one that I already enjoy and have been playing for ages? And, like, I thought at one point I was gonna quit WoW. And, like, I had my characters at, like, their favorite spot, and I had them, like, lie down in a bed one last time so that I was, like, leaving them somewhere nice, and just, I couldn't do it. I couldn't leave them, you know what I mean? Like, my main character, Maveana, I used to pronounce it, Mav, essentially. I've had her since I was 13. I've played as her. She was my online representation for a long time. The idea of, like, getting rid of her and not playing her anymore is absolutely bonkers to me. Like, I don't know how I'd be able to do that. You know what I mean? It's just wild, dude. It's just wild. MapleStory has been constantly updated for like 2 decades now, and the animation overall quality budget keeps increasing the farther you get. So by now, it's like several smaller games of file size despite all the optimization updates. That's honestly fair. Sometimes the size is just terrible. Sometimes that's just how it be. I'm trying to think of what other games I play that have terrible size amounts. But I can't think off the top of my head. I wonder how big... Okay, I can't really judge how big my World of Warcraft folder is because of the fact that, like, a large amount of my World of Warcraft folder is just screenshots that I've had over a decade of screenshots. So, like, yeah. That's a lot of images, actually. I should go through them at some point. There's gotta be, like, so much stuff in there. I know I used to take, like, pictures of rares instead of killing them because I knew that hunters wanted to, like, tame them and stuff. just glad they didn't cut out half the game content like Elsword. Elsword was also made by the people... Wasn't Elsword made by the same people who made Grand Chase? I feel like I remember getting advertised Elsword from the Grand Chase people, and I was like, why would I swap? I'm already playing a game I enjoy. Let me look real quick, actually. Like, I'm pretty sure I have them saved in multiple different places. But let me see if I can find, how big that folder is. Let's see, it's probably on volume E. It's not. Why is it not on volume E? It's on volume C? Am I insane? Oh my god, I've got like no space on C. Why is it on C? Beta, classic, classic era, PTR, retail. There we go. Screenshots. I'm not sure if this actually has all of my screenshots. Oh, it's not that bad. Apparently I've only got, almost 2 gigs of screenshots. It's only like over 1,000. Yeah, that can't be all my screenshots. There's no way. Yeah, that's not all of them. They're slightly out of order. So, like, that's from 2021, that's from 2019. 2020, 2019. Yeah, this is not my full screenshots. Where did I put them? Elsword was like a sort of spiritual successor to Grand Chase. Okay, I thought so. That's the MMO I actually grinded in. Where you have Grand Chase memories, I have Elsword memories back to when it was still really new. I just loved Grand Chase. There was just a lot of silly going on in the game at the time, because I'm pretty sure all of us who were playing Grand Chase were children, because we were very dumb and unsupervised on the internet. And, like, that's just what happens. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you. When kids are unsupervised on the internet, they're just gonna be dumb. That's their job. Literally. Your job as a kid, listen, your job as a kid and teen is to be dumb and learn from the dumb. Like, that's your job. That's literally what your state of existence is. The only problem is that we were dumb on the internet, unsupervised. That's a fair reason to quit, honestly. Bit operator. Oh my god, I'm like sorting through so many things right now. Oopsies! I almost closed the wrong thing. I almost closed OBS on accident. Fucking yikes. Oh, okay. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Oh my god, holy shit, sorry. I just found a screenshot from 2014 that I had taken of a Minecraft world that I then, like, had tried to draw. Holy shit, I didn't know I still had that screenshot. And then when is this from? That's from 2015. I have screenshots of, like, a chat thread back when I was in, like, really into the Red versus Blue fandom. There was, like, a group of us who would talk in, I think it was a stream chat or something, Or we had like this online chat room and we would talk in it all the time, and I just found the screenshots for that as well. Spin the lottery, absurd broken stat boost, or high chance of breaking your weapon. Oof, that's rough. Okay, this is not the right folder. It's gotta be in here somewhere, though. Maybe it's in backup from drives? There it is. It's in backup from drives. So there's 2,422 files in there, and then I have 1,000-something files in the other one. So I should probably back that up as well, actually, now that I think about it. Paste. Cancel. No, because that's gonna be the same name. But let me put it here. No. Desktop. A desktop. Gotta love throwing things onto the desktop because you don't know what else to do with it at the minute. Yeah, I've got screenshots from like 2012 on here. Oh, holy shit. Oh, man. I love how I can tell sort of the year without even looking at the number, just by looking at the resolution of the screenshot. Oh, that's so cool. See, that's 11 years of screenshots, actually, because it goes back to 2013. You can see what add-ons I was using at what time. Man. There's no way. Wait a minute. No, that checks out. Wait, that checks out. I was gonna say, wait, I just found some screenshots from 2010. And I was like, there's no way. No, there is way. 13-year-old screenshots of when my game broke and I fell through the world. I forgot. Oh my god, it's so weird to think about that I was playing it in 2010. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm just having a moment now. The Shadow Realm is real. It is. Oh my god. I just found one of an old raid group that I was in. Oh, man alive. I'm gonna have to share some of these at some point, I think. Honestly, I kind of want to format some of these and, like, put them in, like, a book. Like, put them in, like, a photo album or something. Holy shit. I'm so glad you brought this up, because I entirely forgot that my screenshots go back that far. There were many ways to get small stat boosts, but the weapon enchantment being 40% damage made the rest of it seem entirely pointless. That's fair. What? That's a lot. I'm sorry. Ah. Still dream of an FNF mod of all the masters with mechanics based on their elements and personalities. That would be cool. There's like so many things that I think would be really fun to make into an FNF mod. But I imagine the logistics would be a nightmare, which I imagine only because I do not know how it works. I barely got Psych Engine to do text, you know what I mean? That's a cool setup, nice and unique. Thank you very much! I like it quite a bit. When I first got Psych Engine, I did a lot of rooting around and trying to get to the basics, but that was a whole year ago. I gotta try stuff like that again. I want to mess with Psych Engine, because like I've said before, I do have a mod I want to have happen. My mod team and I have kind of been dealing with IRL stuff, so we haven't actually worked on it in a long time. But I kind of want to get into Psych Engine to be able to get that a little bit closer to reality. But I also, before I even work on that, need to finish the dialogue patch, honestly. That's what I need to do first, is finish the dialogue patch. But yes, thank you for the compliment, Traff? And welcome to the stream. I'm gonna grab one of these screenshots, I think, and drop it in the Discord. One of these older screenshots. Let's see, let's grab one of the 2010 screenshots. Is it gonna mean anything to y'all? No. But I think it would be funny. Oh! I'll send this one. This is the time that I got stuck. And I had to get, like, my mom to help me get out of where I was stuck. If you ever need a charter for anything. I'll keep that in mind. 'Cause we're at the stage where we have background art. We have the rough concept for the sprites. I have the story planned out. And then we were starting work on like adding a couple like more secret-based things. Rising up against the crows before it's too late. No, we vibe with crows here. We vibe with crows here. Crows are chill. So what do you guys talk about over here? We don't normally do just chatting. I like talk while I stream and talk with chat and stuff, but just doing just chatting today, just about a variety of stuff, cause it's a sleepy day. So far we've talked about like old MMOs, like MapleStory. I've talked about playing old World of Warcraft and looking through old screenshots, because I found out I have screenshots from 2010 still. Talking about Psych Engine from Friday Night Funkin' modding. Talked about some Osumania earlier. Talked about dogs, because a local shelter in my area is opening up like a read books to dogs program, so that dogs in the shelter can like chill out and calm down because they're stressed, and hearing people talk all chill and stuff can help them not be so stressed. We got fellow boomers here. I think Pan is actually younger than me. I will admit, I'm, like, at the end of, millennial. Like, the last year of millennial, so. Oh my god, you are so much younger than me. I fucking forgot. I know that's only 6 years, but oh my god. What was I even doing 6 years ago? What was I doing when I was 21? I don't remember. I was working. I was working and living alone in an apartment. That's what I was doing. I would not recommend it. Semi-recommend the working, would not recommend living alone in an apartment. Is an old millennial. No, what I meant is I'm the last level of, like, the last year that you can be considered a millennial before you became Gen Z. That's what I was trying to say. I messed up my words. My apologies. No, yeah, I realize now that my words came out incorrectly. My apologies. But yeah, I just meant, like, I was born, like, the last year of millennials. I'm, like, 32 and I'm not an old millennial. That's fair. But yeah, I remember hearing about MapleStory when I was a kid, but I didn't get into it because I got into World of Warcraft. But also even before that, like I said, I was playing Grand Chase, and that was my go-to game at the time. And then when I wasn't on Grand Chase, I was on Gaia Online. I was not playing ZOMG much, but I was, like, in the forums, like, in the chatterbox and stuff. Honestly, I've gone back to Gaia semi-recently, well, within the past few years. Just because I kind of miss chat forums, you know? RuneScape, that's fair. I never got into RuneScape. Mainly because my parents tried to not teach me about MMOs because they knew I would want to play them. But then I found out about World of Warcraft when I was 13, and they were like, well, guess they know about MMOs now. But yeah, I spent a lot of time on Gaia, and I'm back, honestly. I don't, like, interact with randos very often. I sort of interact with a group of people that I also talk with on Discord from Gaia. But I just miss forums, dude. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Forums were just comfy for me. You played Dragonflight? I ended up not buying it. You think it's good? Here's the thing. I think whether you're going to like it is absolutely up to your personal interpretation. That's how it is for all expansions. Can I answer if it's good? I can't necessarily answer that. Can I answer if I'm having fun with it and enjoying it? Yes. But I'm also incredibly passionate about dragons in Warcraft. Like, that's always been, like, a big deal for me, especially to be able to have interactions with the green dragons, to see what's going on with, Kalik and the rest of the blue dragonflight, like, what's left of them, to see what's going on with Rathian and Sibelian. That's been really interesting and cool to me. I loved Legion, and BFA was better than people say. Would I like Dragonflight? I would argue yes. I've been seeing a lot of positive things about Dragonflight. I also liked Battle for Azeroth. So I agree with you there. Like, was it perfect? No. Was it ever going to be perfect? Absolutely not. Legion kind of, like, tipped it out of the water with certain things that they did, though. I think you might enjoy Dragonflight. I think it's been really cool. There's been a lot of really good callbacks to, like, old lore and stuff. There's been a lot more, like, interactive things that, not necessarily even side quests, but they're technically classified as side quests. There's one where there's this old dragon who's finally come home, and the side quest is just listen to him talk about his past and how he feels about coming home. and you get a lot of really cool perspective about what was happening in the Dragon Isles before the dragons left and stuff like that. Is it cool if I keep asking? Yeah, that's fine. I really like it. I've been having fun with it. I have not been able to raid yet so far because some health stuff with some people in my guild, so things just haven't worked out. Like, day to day, if I log on, is there stuff to do? I believe so. I've heard that there's quite a few there's dailies and all that sort of stuff, there's the dungeons and stuff, and there's always the weekly events going on, which, depending on what you like, you'll have things to do that week. Like, sometimes there's a battleground event, or there's the Time Walking Dungeons event. There's, like, always something to do, I think. It just depends on what your specific playstyle is. My brother's been playing RuneScape for a long time. He might have hit 15 years by now. He's turned to more rarely logging on than being active a long time ago, though. That's fair. For a while in, Warlords of Draenor in World of Warcraft, I was just logging on every once in a while, because there was kind of a massive fallout with my guild. Or I had a fallout with my guild, because my guild's raid group had kind of gone, try hard. And so, since several people who were tryhards had joined our casual guild, it was kind of turning into a tryhard raiding experience, and I knew that I wasn't able to meet that tryhard standard, and so every time the tryhard was complaining about people's DPS, I knew he was complaining about me, you know what I mean? So I just dipped for a while. Honestly, during that time, the one thing that kept me logging on was Ashran, which your mileage may vary on whether you liked Classic Ashran or not. I think Classic Ashran was top tier. Like, I think it was pinnacle PvP experience, and now twice a year we get Classic Ashran back for a week, and most of the time, if I can, I am just playing it as much as possible. Because what I really liked about Ashran wasn't even necessarily the battleground itself. It was fine, right? But the thing about Ashran was that it never ended. Which means as long as that instance was still running when you left and you came back and, like, rejoined, you could theoretically, and quite often, get the same instance with the same people. So it'd be like, oh, hey guys, just popping on for an hour or two before I have to go to college. Oh, okay, cool, no worries. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing great. We're on a winning cycle right now, so we're just cycling. We're just gonna go through these side events, and then we're gonna push up main again. Okay, cool. You play for like an hour or two. Okay, guys, I gotta go to college. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. We'll see you later. Go to college, come back, make some food, sit down at the computer, log back in, join the Ashran queue, get in. Hey, Mav, welcome back. Oh, hey, dude, how's it going? Oh, you know, same old, same old. We had a bit of a losing streak for a couple of hours, but we're back on the winning grind now, so we're back in the cycle. Oh, okay, let's go. And, like, you didn't make friends in Ashran, but you recognized people, you know? And they kind of, like, acknowledged you as a person. And, like, I loved that shit. I also just found it fun to, like, engage in the cycle. Like, even if we were losing the mid-push, okay, then let's take the side cycle. We'll go do the side cycle while the horde pushes up to kill our boss, because we can't fight them right now, so we're just going to do the side cycle. Cycle through the events until we have more manpower, until we have more resources. Pop the resources, we're going to push up now. And, like, that was fun. That was fun for me. I really... What it feels like is they tried to make New Ashran, more like Alterac Valley, but even Alterac Valley you can't really push. You still have to take out the towers or bunkers if you're playing Horde, and that's a pinnacle part of the Alterac Valley experience. Meanwhile, with New Ashran, people just backdoor and just rush, you know? And, like, that's not as fun for me. Honestly, I have more fun when both backdoors fail and you have to actually play the map. That's the most fun I have in New Ashran, honestly. The only MMO I've ever actually made good friends in that I kept talking to is a Minecraft one, but everything else I've been super lonely. It's really difficult. I think I had an easier time because I was a kid. When I started playing WoW, I was a kid who also my parents were there, so I felt more comfortable just like talking to people because I knew if I felt like nervous, I could just call my dad from the other room and he would log on and be like, who's bothering you? You know what I mean? So I had like a safety net there. And then I ended up making friends with my guild, which my guild at the moment has kind of fallen apart. People have gone and done other things, you know. So I'm with a couple of those members in a different guild now. But my previous guild, I had known them for years before I joined the guild. Because I was still trying to push like the whole roleplay thing, because I was on a roleplay server. I was on Argent Dawn, right? And Argent Dawn has not been a roleplay server in like a decade, honestly. Everyone ran off to Moonguard and Wormrest Accord, if I'm gonna be real. But I was trying to fight that, and I was trying to be like, no, I still have my roleplay guild, everything's fine. And then the roleplay guild crumbled at some point, and so I joined my previous guild. Because I had met them through like a local server event, and so I kept encountering them through that, and so I kind of became acquaintances and kind of became friends. And then for them, it was like they were adults. They knew my parents because they had like talked with them on Vent back when we used Ventrilo. And like they kind of got used to there being a kid around, right? And they were like, ah, shit, we gotta look out for this kid. And I feel kind of bad about that, but at the time I didn't realize they were like in their 30s and I was 14. I thought they were like 20 because I am bad at judging ages, apparently. But I now understand why they jokingly say, why they would say, oh my god, every time you remind me that I met you when you were 14, I feel old. The social shit was just not there. Yeah, it's difficult to find the exact kind of guild you need. Because I've also had interactions with a guild that were incredibly negative before I joined my previous guild. Fun fact, I actually, back before Blizzard Watch was Blizzard Watch, right? Back when it was WoW Insider, and they had like the Drama Mamas group, I actually wrote to them about a problem that I had had with my guild. With a guild I was in. It was not my guild. It was a guild I was in. Because, like, the whole thing that ended up happening was I was a kid. I was, like, 14. And the guild leader had me coming to, like, his raids. Because he was doing old world raids with, like, low levels. So this was, like, back in Wrath and sort of Cataclysm. So back when you could actually do old world content, like, on level and it would still be difficult. If you were higher level than that X-Pack, it was easier, but it still had a bit of difficulty to it, you know what I mean? And so we would run those every weekend. And at one point, he had to go help clean up the BP oil spill, so he put me in charge of the raid group. The 14-year-old who technically wasn't even a member of his guild. And that whole debacle is actually how I met my previous guild leader, was because he was one of my second-in-commands. And, like, there was a whole thing that happened from that. Not with him, with the other second-in-command. And it was just, like, a whole thing. And it had kind of put me off from guilds for a while. That was kind of the other reason I didn't join my previous guild for a while. Was not just that I was holding on to the roleplay thing, but also because I just... It was a rough time. But then I was in that guild, and that was fun. And, like, we were chill. We did, like, chill raids, you know? We weren't, like, a hardcore raiding guild. We were like, hey, we're gonna push some content on Friday. Let's see how many bosses we can do. And sometimes it would be just bashing our head against a wall for 3 or 4 hours trying to beat the first 2 bosses, you know? And I was having a great time! Because I was just playing with some people. You know? Like, sometimes it's not about progression. Sometimes it's just about vibes. And I hope to be able to get back to that in my new guild. I need to get the courage to meet these people because I hadn't needed to, like, because I hadn't needed to meet new people for a long time. And so now I'm in this guild with some of my old people, but to me, a lot of new people. And I haven't needed to meet new people for a long time. And so I just haven't because I'm nervous. Because I don't always have that buffer of them being there. Because they know me. They've known me since I was a kid. These other new guildies, new to me, don't know that, you know? Like, they don't have the lore. I ended up leaving a guild because the owner was really annoying for being one of the only adults there, but it's how I met 2 people that have been super funny and kind to me in and out of the game. That's nice. I'm glad that you found those people. Sometimes a guild is just you find a couple people and then you dip. Like, that's just how it goes sometimes. Me personally, I always keep looking for a guild who does like 2 nights a week, but then players are serious. Yeah, the guild I'm in right now does 2 days a week, but they are more serious. They had a 3rd raid team that was a lot more casual, but like I said, at the moment, that 3rd raid team is not happening due to IRL health issues. I hope that will be able to come back soon, both because I hope that my guildie recovers well, and also because I miss hanging out with my guildies, you know? When it's just chill, when there's not, like, pressure, you know what I mean? Because, like, yeah, we want to win, but, like, there's no pressure about it, you know? It's like, hey, we're gonna do our best, we're gonna do what we can, and if we get a couple bosses down, hell yeah. And if we don't get the bosses down, well, you know what? We had a great conversation. And that's what I like raiding. That's genuinely what I like about raiding, is we're gonna try our best, we're gonna do what we can, we're gonna figure out mechanics, we're gonna learn, and if we don't kill the boss tonight, at least we had a good time talking. At least we had fun chatting together, you know? Okay, I'm gonna have some water, and then see if y'all have anything else to say about the MMO topic, and then I think I might wind down and see if I can find someone for us to raid. While I wait to see if you all have anything else to say, I think I'll give a funny little tangent sort of conversation. I'm so used to, like, raiding, right? Where, like, we don't always get the boss down, but we're just hanging out, you know? That when my friends and I were playing Overwatch and we were grinding the Retribution event on Legendary, the first year that we were grinding it, I was like, okay, we failed that time, let's go again, let's kite, we'll figure out the kiting pattern, let's go, we'll figure it out. Okay, we died again. Nope, get right back up. Let's keep going. And I was, like, trying to be like, come on, let's fight the boss again. And the other three people I was playing with do not play World of Warcraft, and so they do not grind bosses like that. And so they kind of got tired after 27 or 28 attempts, and they were like, I don't want to play this anymore. And I was like, guys, we're just getting started. Come on. We're just getting started. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm pumped. And they're like, absolutely not. I'm so done. And I'm like, what do you mean? but we're just getting warmed up. We're just getting to the good part. We're just getting to the part where we start trying harder, where we're learning. What do you mean? But yeah, I like WoW. I have fun with it. Even if I'm waiting to be able to raid again, I've been having fun with it. Which, speaking of World of Warcraft, I am going to be playing it on stream on Monday. Probably doing some epic battlegrounds and stuff like that. Because I just want to be casual on Monday, because I got the IRL job. So gonna be playing some epic battlegrounds, because those are the battlegrounds I prefer, to be honest. Like, granted, it's got Strand of the Ancients. No, it doesn't have Strand of the Ancients anymore. Strand of the Ancients is gone. I wish they'd do the same with Isle of Conquest. Isle of Conquest isn't my favorite, but they do have Alterac Valley, and they have New Ashran, and they have Wintergrasp, which isn't terrible. So I prefer the epic battlegrounds to the lower battlegrounds. Even in WoW guilds, it's for sure a really annoying part how you get people who just can't take wiping. I don't get it. Like, especially if you're playing WoW, you're gonna wipe. Like, that's what happens. You have to wipe to learn better, you know? Or it's like people who play Alliance on PvP and then spend the whole match complaining that Alliance is dog at PvP. Like, my brother in Christ, you chose to play this game. Like, hello? It's just whack. I don't get it. Making mistakes is part of how you learn. At least when it comes to, like, dungeon and raid wipes, you know what I mean? Like, PvP, sometimes people just aren't gonna learn, or people aren't gonna synergize together or whatever, but then you just say, GG, go next. Like, you don't let it phase you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just how it goes. Thank you all for hanging out. I've appreciated it. I've had a lot of fun. I haven't done a just chatting stream in a while. It's been a lot of fun to do that. To like, just chill, you know? Chilumba. True. Okay, it looks like I found another person that we can raid. They're also doing a just chatting stream. Just hanging out. It looks like they're talking about some Twitch streamer tweets. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you might be interested in this, but I just want to pass the love along. They are... Let me see what the pronouns actually are listed as. Pronouns are not listed. Since pronouns are not listed, I will use they. Gonna send y'all over to them. They're also part of the VTubers with Disabilities community. So, gonna send y'all over there. If y'all don't feel up for it, that's fine. But I want to at least send y'all over for a second. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Tomorrow, we're gonna be playing some Black Mesa. I want to try to work on de-rusting again from my speedrunning. So we're gonna be playing Black Mesa tomorrow. And then, depending on how things go, I hope to be playing Alex on Sunday. It really depends on how my head is and how hot it is. Because even with what I've set up for the headset, wearing that headset still gives me a migraine after too long. So, we'll give it a shot. Probably. Again, it depends on how stupid hot it is, because it's like... I'm hoping that on Sunday it's gonna be under 100. That would be ideal. But thank y'all for hanging out. I've had a lot of fun talking about stuff, talking about World of Warcraft, talking about all of that. I had a lot of fun today. Maybe I should do just chatting more often. This is a lot of fun.
But yes, thank you everybody so much for watching. Good luck on the Pac-Pan. This has been your captain speaking.
Have a good one, everyone. Take care.